Hey guys, Deb here with Art and Grace. Come on in. I am filling in for Sue, living a heartful life. So come help us keep her page strong. Happy Monday, guys. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to get this pulled up. We had a little trouble getting started just because there's a few things you have to do when you're going live as somebody else. So bear with me, but hopefully you guys can see me on Miss Sue's page, Living a Heartful Life, and I should be over on my page as well. We did cross-posting. So let's see. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. And I'm not quite sure where to look for comments, so let me just do a little double checking. But if you'll go ahead and leave a comment, that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to check on her page, and hopefully you guys have a good view of my table. I'm excited to show you how I make these snippet rolls. They're really fun to make, super easy. You can make them while you're watching a movie or something. There we go. I finally see them. Hi Debbie. Hi Joy. Hey Christy. Hi Mary. Thank y'all for being here and helping us get the word out and get it all the places, because you know how it is. We want, I'm here as Sue, so if you guys will do that, it'll help her page. Now I've cross-posted this to my page too, so let's just be sure we're getting around the places. And if you know of places we can send it to, that would be great. I'm almost afraid to, because I just don't know. I can't see the rules here from where I am. So anyway, hello Debbie. I am glad y'all are here. Happy Monday. Hope y'all have had a good day so far. This is the beginnings of snippet rolls. And sometimes I'll just do these and let them kind of sit till I'm ready to use them. I'm going to show you how I make these and then what I do with them. And there are lots of things you can do. So not just one thing, but this is what I made today. I took my little snippet rolls, cut out little trees, and made artist trading cards. So they are actual cards on the back. Hey Sheila, how are you today? Help me get this spread around if you would, friend. I was saying I don't know the rules to the group, so I have to wait. But this is some really good quality sticky tape. I love using this stuff because it makes these so much faster. Now, some of you may have done these back in the day. I did with fabric, and they weren't called snippet rolls. I don't know what they were called back then. Thank you, Sheila. I knew I could count on you. But what you can do with this tape and paper is amazing. So all you do is order you some of this little tape at Amazon, or go to Walmart, or Home Depot, Lowe's, places like that. But it is just a nice big roll of very super sticky tape. Hi Mary Ann, glad to have you. Let's just see if I can grab a link for this product. I did make a little, I took a photo of what I'm doing today and put it on my Amazon store with a link to the products I'm using. And that usually helps everybody. I think this is it. No, let's see if this works. That usually helps everybody be able to get what I'm, do what I'm doing, or find the products that I'm using easier. Here we go. Sorry I'm not faster at this, y'all, but we're fixing to have it, I think. Maybe not. If I don't get it this time. Here we go. Copy. Now I should be able to paste, and we're in business. Nothing's ever as fast as I think it should be. Living a heartful life. I'm so grateful that you guys are here to support Sue. We want to give her all the time she needs. So all of us have told everybody, who's involved in helping her, to just let us do this. We don't mind, and give her just all the time she needs before she's ready to come back. Creators have a lot on their plate as far as planning, buying supplies, getting things ready, and that's just something we don't need her to worry about, right? So I appreciate you guys supporting those of us who are helping. There's the link. Okay, so you guys see that little link right here, and that should take you to my Amazon and have all the supplies for the things that I used today. Thanks, Tammy. But what I thought I would do is a little different design on this next one. So I pulled fall colors. So all of these are scrapbook paper. You know when you buy a pad or a book and you've got just so much left? So don't throw it away, of course. And I also keep pieces, like this is what I used today, is all these little pieces. And I'm going to show you just what to do with them. So you'll just take some paper, and you know, you can, like I said, do this when you're sitting there watching TV, and I will make my piles just like this. Just tear, you want it to cover the length of the tape if you're going to use tape, and kind of get these piles going. I know, aren't they pretty, Tammy? This book, I'm trying to think, I believe it came from Michael's. But the other ones that I have used, all of these things were from Amazon. But look at just all the fall colors should help us get in the mood for fall. I'm totally in the mood for fall. Are y'all? I mean, it's 100 and at least 6 here today, so we are so ready. It's just pretty miserable. You can't really get the car cooled off, you know. By the time you get to where you're going, it's starting to cool, but I just don't think it can handle, I don't think our car anyway is made for this kind of heat. So anyway, you just get some strips. I like to have them different in size, some large and some thin. They don't have to all be the same size. And then I'll use some I just call them filler colors. So, you know, if I want a few that don't have patterns, kind of calm it down, I'll use those in between. So we're just tearing with our hands, easy. And so like I said, if you wanted to do a lot of these and do some projects or some bigger projects, you can literally just sit here and tear and not even look. You know, you can watch your TV or your movie while you're doing it. Oh, Marianne, it is so our pleasure. We are honored to do it for her. We know without a shadow of a doubt that when our turn comes and something happens in our family that we need some time, we know there's going to be people who will do the same for us. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing about the crafting community that, you know, sisters support each other and want to help. You know, we want to be there. And I know that the things that I do are going to be a little different than what she does. She is a master crafter. She really is. So I'm just grateful that you guys tolerate me and don't mind me coming on to do my thing. If I see that these are going to be too small, I'm going to obviously turn it and make them a little longer. But you see the idea. You see how easy peasy. This is the best way I know of to use up your scraps, because you can make so many cute things with it. And I did pull this because I don't know if any of you watched me make some of my ATC cards. Trying to see if so I did some Western ones one day with all of this, and this is, see the background for this one? That's what this is. If I had extra, whoa, that's really sticky. I just cut my extra off, and here it is. So you don't throw it away, right? We use it. So we could use this. It kind of still goes. It's just extra. So why don't we tear some of this to use? Everyone, yes, they have. I know. Yep, everybody loves Sue. She is the sweetest lady, and I know her family is suffering, and we want to be super respectful and just help her in any way we can and just let her take her time. You know, I'm sure if you have something that just, you know, you've got to speak to her, I'm sure she would reply to your message, but overall we want to have grace and just let her have her time. And and not have to think about anything. Okay, so here we go. So the way I do it, you've got this tape right here is super, super sticky. So, really press it down. And then just take the next one. And I'm just overlapping just the little bit. I don't need to overlap much. And by not overlapping much, then this whole piece of paper is really stuck to the bottom. I did not, Mary, but I have not checked my P.O. box. I'll go do that tomorrow, and maybe it's in there. But I think you have my home address. But anyway, I've only gotten one so far. I will say our mail is a little slow. It seems like it's always a little slow. I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but this is the one I got today. I'm super happy with it. Miss Donna sent it to me. She's in my private group, and it's so cute. And the little envelope was torn up to see that little resin flower that's on it, but luckily it didn't hurt the flower. So I was so happy to get that today. So again, here we go. You just overlapping just a little bit so that the majority of your paper stays on the tape. And see how we're going to have some pieces that that are too long. We'll cut those off. So don't you worry. Hi, Melissa. Glad that you are here. I hope everybody's having a good Monday. If your Monday was hard, then this is the best place to be, because you're with friends and you're using a different part of the brain, kind of letting that analytical or whatever you had to do for work, kind of letting that go and getting a little break. So just one after the other. You don't have to go in a pattern. It's probably better if you don't do a pattern. Sometimes I do, just because I don't even know I'm doing it. I just, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, but kind of depends on how many papers you have. If you have a lot, then it seems like it's easier for me not to repeat in a set pattern. I just start grabbing. But anyway, I'm just kind of pressing down as I go. I sometimes like to change it up, so like these two I wouldn't normally put together, but I think on this it's going to be really cute, so go for it. There are no rules with snippet rolls. Has anybody ever made a snippet roll? And if you did you use paper or fabric? Like I said, the only kind I've ever made up until lately was fabric. But I got to thinking one day, why couldn't I use paper? So, I think it works great. And we've all got, if you've ever been a scrapbooker or anything, then you've probably got pieces. Now see, this right here is a little bit off. You can put a little piece right here and kind of press it down, and I'll show you. So remind me to show you what I do with that little piece. But then otherwise just keep going. You don't even have to do that. It'll be okay in the end. But I thought we would make some pumpkins with these. Has anybody had dinner, or are y'all cooking tonight? Are you eating out? Like, what's the dinner situation for everybody? I think we're having an easy spaghetti. Mondays, you don't really want to, I don't know. I think it's so hot we don't want to cook big meals. We're just like something easy that doesn't make the whole house hot. Oh, Laura, I'm so glad. Well, see, that is so fun. I love showing you guys something new that you may not know about or have thought of. So that's great. I'm glad. I typically paint or do glass art. So if you're new to me, that's what I mostly do. This is sitting right here because it's my newest one, a sunflower with the glass and resin. I like to do lots of glass art. And then we've got a Christmas one I've already done. But I also love to craft, and I've gotten into artist trading cards the last month, and I just was thinking that this would be a really great way to use all these scraps that I've got and incorporate them into my artist trading cards. just finished eating. Oh, good, Laura. He cooked a meatloaf. That sounds good. I love the guys that cook. Isn't it nice? Mine does as well. He started cooking for me when I went back to school, and then years have gone by and he never let me have it back. Like, he just keeps cooking and he enjoys it. Now, I'm sure he doesn't want to do it every day, but he's so much better than me that if I ever even say, do you want me to cook? He'll be like, no, I got it. So it's not that I'm that bad. He just does a lot fancier meals than I do. So I think it's funny. So ladies, there's your trick. If you want to get your husbands to cook, you just have to go back to school so that he's there at night and has to do it. And then when you get done, you come back and you don't cook good. Cook something really basic. And he'll be like, eh. Oh, good, Debbie. I'm glad. You are more than welcome. Okay, so here we've got one done. Almost. We've got the first part done. So look how cute. When you just look at it, doesn't it make you happy? I love like quilts, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. Just having all the different colors together. So the next step is take some Mod Podge. At least this is my step. This is something that I do. I don't know. I made it up in my head or whatever, so I don't know what other people's techniques are, but I do know it's called a snippet roll, and this just was born out of my need for using scraps. And I saw on YouTube, I saw a video for the fabric snippet rolls that I used to make before I knew they were called a snippet roll. And when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about those. Ding, ding, ding. I'm going to do that with my paper. So what I'm doing, obviously brushing the Mod Podge on this, but what it's going to do, because I'm kind of brushing it back and forth, it's going to push it up under any loose papers, you see? So anywhere that it's not completely stuck down from the sticky tape, this is going to take care of that. So it's all going to be one solid piece when we're done and when the glue dries. So super easy. I'm not making a mess. I'm just literally gluing right across my strip of paper. And I will take my time to kind of go back and forth because I do want all of this to, to stay down. I don't want it to come up. So I just kind of take my time with this brush, making sure it's anything I see sticking up, I'm going to kind of give it an extra bit of glue. And then we're going to set that aside and let it dry, and it will dry super fast because it's not a lot of glue and it's not a very large thing. So I'm just using the tape that I taped it to my desk, and I'm going to tape it right here on my little side cart while we do this next one. Thanks, Sheila. There is no telling what y'all can do with this, And maybe you are maybe you use a lot of fabric, and so you're thinking, oh, well, I'd like to do this, but let's do fabric. Let me do one in a different, so we'll just use up all these scrap. This is my little scrap pile from today. So like I told you, I just tore and tore and tore all my little pieces. And this is what you wind up with. It's just a pile of these little torn pieces. And I'm going to do it pretty quick, but just put them down one after the other. I don't worry if I've got some of this is like the white paper here. It doesn't bother me. So you can put that where it faces the next one. Don't worry. I think just getting it down and getting it done, it's so cute, and nobody cares whether there's that white strip or not. But if you're a perfectionist and you don't want to see that, then just turn it around. I'm tearing down so I don't have that little white strip right there. Hi Gloria, glad you're here from Minnesota. What's your temperature today? I know it's probably hot there too, but can't be 106. Let's see who's got the hottest. Y'all let me know your temperatures. And I appreciate you being here. Sue appreciates you being here. And I believe that it's Sheila who's coordinated all of this. Sheila, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's been you that's coordinated all this. And so we appreciate you for doing it. You know, it's a lot of checking and reminding and all that. So thank you for your effort. Loria. Is it Loria? Sorry, my name is Lori. Pronounce the name is as I spelled it here. Okay, Loria. That is beautiful. 115 heat index. I don't know what our heat index is. I want to be sure I'm saying it right, and I think you're saying Loria. But that's beautiful. I love unique names. Because I'm a Deborah. Like, ugh. Mother, what were you thinking? It's awful. I like that green. I'm just putting a pop of green. But, you know, use what you have. This is a little piece of a snippet roll. You see that? And I just threw it in my box. You know, you could use that if you wanted to. Why don't we just put it down? Might as well. It's just fun to layer. Oh, so it is pronounced Laura. Thanks, Cindy. How are you today? We have some VIP friends here. Very inspiring people is what that stands for, by the way. You're all VIPs in my book. So you see, this can be super fast if you want it to be. I mean, you don't have to take any time. You just can kind of go. I kind of am somewhere in the middle. I don't go super fast because I do kind of like to have a look, you know. But you see that I don't overthink it. I like that that's a big kind of thicker piece. They call you Lori. Well, I'm just glad you're here, and I know Sue is too. You know, sometimes you get scrapbook paper or you have scraps left that you don't love. Like there's one in here that I'm sick of and I don't love it anymore. But using it like this, it's cute. It's a little teepee, and it's cute. It's a little bohemian teepee. So I kind of was just over that and didn't really need that paper anymore. But of course, you can't just throw it away. So it's in my scrap pile. And here I am using it, and it's perfect for this. And before I quit working, we had a baby shower for a girl, and that I used some of that in her shower for her decor. So, you know, it's still trendy. It's not like it's not trendy. It's just I was tired of it personally. Let's use a little more green in here. And this one is done. And look how cute. So then just throw all your scraps back into your box or bag or whatever you have for the next time, and you can just keep on going. I'm taking my Mod Podge and brushing it on pretty liberally, and I'm going back and forth in case you're just joining so that it's going under the little pieces that might be sticking up. So most of our paper is stuck down to our sticky tape really, really well, because that tape is super sticky. And but anything that is not really down well, this glue will catch and hold. And also it's sealing it anyway, so it doesn't ever hurt to use it no matter what. If I was in a hurry, I could totally do this without the Mod Podge, and it should be totally fine without it, but it just doesn't take long to do it, so I try to go ahead and do it. So just making sure that we have a good coating between each little seam, and then you're good. Let it dry. Okay, let's check on our other one. So I'm going to set this aside to dry, but look how cute the colors are. Okay, this is the one we just did. It's pretty dry, and a little bit of it is sticking up, but for the most part, the glue has it. The glue is not 100% dry. But because I know I got a good coating of glue, even if little bits of it are sticking up, they're not going to go anywhere. So I typically go ahead, because it just makes it easier for me, to cut off these ends. And I'll just kind of cut all the way down this piece of tape. And I did get this tape on Amazon. I did put the link down at the bottom of my screen in case you guys want to get it. I don't know what it's called because this is all I have now. Of course it came in a package, but you know, like cellophane or something, and so I wanted to remember which one I got because this stuff is great. It's so sticky and works perfect. But I'll just cut off these little pieces. You know, if you want to keep them, throw them in your bits box, you know, with all your other little pieces, because you know. But look how cute. So you've already got a nice little roll or a nice little strip, and you can do a lot of things with this. So I don't know, your imagination is probably better than mine. You can probably think of things that I haven't thought of. But I'm going to make an ATC card. So I'm going to take my little card here, and we'll put down a piece of paper that will be kind of neutral. So how about this? You know, we'll put our card on this. I'll go ahead and do two. Grab another card. These came from Dollar Tree. So they do have the little cut edges, but you can get them on Amazon, obviously, and other places that do not have those cut edges. And I do take care to be sure the Mod Podge is right on, you know, you want all the edges. And then just put that down. If you can line it up with the edge, that makes it easier. Then you're only cutting twice, you know, this one and this one. And then let's do our other one while we're going. Hi Sherry, glad to have you here. It's fun. I don't know if you guys are, I'm seeing a lot of VIPs here, so if you're watching me on my page or her page, but we're just glad you're here. And Sue will get credit for this live because I started it on her page. So very grateful to be here to help her, and I'm very grateful that y'all are here to help her. So just put that down, kind of press out the glue. Your hands are going to get sticky, and that's okay. Hi Virginia, North Carolina in the house. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it so much. Very much. You guys that sprinkle, thank you, thank you. That helps probably both of us, but I'm concerned about Sue today. Okay, so we've got that taped down or glued down really well. It's nice and smooth. I can see it's nice and smooth. So just cut around your paper. So an ATC card is an artist trading card, and you do not have to be like a professional artist to do this. Any of you could do this, and I would love to swap with you. So I am doing a swap where anybody can send me one, and then I send them one of mine. And so it can be made, you can either just paint it, you know, you don't have to go to all this trouble that I'm using paper and everything. You can just put down some gesso and paint right on the card, and that can be your artist trading card. Or you can do this, you know, mixed media kind of thing with it. So there's this. Let's just trim that little edge just a little better. Okay, so there's our base. And let me just quickly show you. So this is one that is just painted, and this is one that is mixed media. So this one, all we used, I put down a layer of gesso and then painted. Actually, let me take that back. So the base of this is paint. So did we do, no, we did paper. I used scrapbook paper or watercolor paper. It's actually watercolor paper with paint, and used a brayer to smooth it out and make it that marble look. And then we painted on top of it and then stamped. This one is also watercolor paper, but with scrapbook paper and little wooden hearts, you know, and embellishments, things like that. And I've got tutorials for all my cards, but they're really, really fun to make and swap. I don't know if Sheila is still on and can give you an update. But I know she needs the time. So what I would do with this, if I'm wanting to do a pumpkin, is draw a pumpkin on the back and then cut it out. So use anything, you know, you can use a pen or chalk, you know, whatever you want to is fine, because this part's not going to show. I'm just kind of get my bearings down on a pumpkin shape, and then when we cut it out, we're going to have it in that cute little design. And I thought this would be cute. I'm not going to do the stem. I'm going to use something else for the stem, because I do kind of like to add other elements to it. So look how cute already. Look at that little pumpkin. So let's do 2. You could do a leaf. I don't think a leaf will be quite as cute, but let's do a couple of leaves just for fun. I'm not good at drawing that maple leaf, but I'm going to try. This is going to look like a holly leaf, isn't it? Does that look like holly? You get the idea. Oh, did you, Virginia? Good. Yes, 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 we are for sure, Sheila. Thank you. Yes, it's a marathon. It's not a race or a sprint. It's going to be hard for a long time, and we know that. And so, lots of grace, lots of. I want her to just feel like she can take as much time as she needs to. There are so many creatives that will be glad to keep up helping her out. And I know her people miss her, but I know they understand too. So this is just not a very good leaf, is it? Because it looks like probably a holly leaf. But you get the idea that you can just cut these in all kind of shapes. You know, if you want to make these for somebody's birthday, you could cut out the number 3 if it's a child, or 21 if it's a young person, you know. And then you start to kind of form your little design. So for the stem, think about what you have. I think this leather would be cute, so we can just kind of play around and use leather. Of course, cut that shorter. That's too long, but you get the idea. It's fun to kind of use other elements. This stuff is excellent. It came from Hobby Lobby, and it's just wrapped wire, but it's very flexible, easy to bend. And I thought this would, thanks Mary, you like it? I thought this would be cute, and I think that would be the best stem, because you can put that down and then twist this. So find something that you can wrap it around, like something small like this. You know, I just grabbed this thinking that'll work, and you can kind of make some curlies with it, right? So like that. See that? Cute. And then maybe even take a little piece of this here, and you could make a leaf. Shape. Like that. If I had this stuff with lots of yellow, you know, I could do a strip. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'll use this even though it's not yellow, and cut across the bottom. But if it was all yellows and golds, that would be cute to put across the bottom, kind of like it was sitting on hay. Does that make sense? So if you can kind of picture it that way, then that would be cut across the bottom. But you know, you could even make a letter. So spell out someone's name or initial. So there's your L. You see? Get creative. But I think these things are super fun to make. I did the Christmas tree. So isn't it fun, Debbie? So fun. This, you know, I think a lot of our crafts kind of are born out of like, this is what I have and I need to make something with it. What can I do? But that's all you do is cut out a tall triangle and you've got your tree. So I know this is a fall look, but it's still a cute little tree. For my base, the tree base, I took one of my palettes that I had brown paint on and just cut a piece out. So like, you know, this palette is definitely used. I've used it lots of times, so I don't mind cutting it up for this project. And this would be the perfect little cute tree trunk for that, like that, right? Easy, easy. And then you can use glue or hot glue or double-sided tape, whatever you want to use to glue it down. I use Mod Podge on these and they are stuck fine. I'm going to use hot glue and just see how I like that. But just, I don't know if hot glue, y'all let me know what glue you would use, because you know, probably any clear glue will work just fine. Just press it down. Good, Gloria. I hope y'all will make some. I mean, literally use what you have. Just go into your little stash. If you don't have any scrapbook paper, you've never worked with scrapbook paper, do you have fabric? You know? If you're really creative and you like to use fabric, then do the same thing I'm doing. So you have it like this, and then run your sewing machine down it. And you can do that with paper too. You can run your sewing machine down each side and skip the glue altogether. You know, and it would also be cute to have those stitches. So get creative. I'm going to glue my stem down first and then put that pumpkin on top of it. So I want to do this right in the middle. When you try to work with small things, that's when you realize how big your fingers are, or at least mine. I always feel like I have fat fingers when I try to do these things. Oh, good. That's awesome. These would be super, super cute to make everybody for Christmas tags, you know, on their gifts. But don't buy them. They're not near as cute as handmade. Just make them something like this and put their name on it. And then they've got an ornament. I'll show you how to hang them too. They're super easy to hang. I've got a little piece of something on that I'm getting off. Come on. Now, I wouldn't want snow on these the way I did for my trees here. So instead, what I would do is either take an ink pad and run your ink around it. I know most of y'all like to use ink. I am an artist. I just have paint everywhere right around me. So I'm going to let me grab this metallic. That'll be pretty. And use paint, because it's just what I have handy and kind of what I do. So I'm just going to get a little bit on my finger, just like somebody would with some ink. Well, y'all probably would use a sponge, but that's why I just can't keep my nails done. I'm too much of a touchy-feely. I want to get in here and do it. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I saw them. You can't find the tape link. Did this not work here at the bottom? Because I meant to have that go straight to where I got my tape. Yeah, it does. You just have to, so if you click that link at the bottom, it will take you to a photo of these little trees, and then just scroll down, or you may have to scroll side to side depending on what you're looking at it on, because there'll be multiple pages. If you're like on a phone, you'll have to scroll. But look how cute with the edges done. Just kind of gives it a more finished look. I'm also going to use a micron pen to kind of give that a little something something. Yes, you found it, Debbie? Thanks. Yeah, it should be there. You just may have to scroll a little bit one way or the other, or down. I kind of like to be a little messy with this part. But you know, you can use an ink pad and some ink and make it really just nice and clean along the edges. But I kind of like this look. I did this for some of my Western ones and liked it. Okay, so there's that. Let me find my micron pen. Okay, good. Thanks, Angie. I'm glad that it is there. I was afraid I'd done something wrong. Okay, then I'll take a micron pen. Now just know that whatever you're working on has to be completely dry. You could not, if this was wet with glue, or I cannot take it and do anything on top of that paint until it completely dries. If you do, your pen's ruined. You can't get it back. So everything that I'm fixing to use it on is dry, and I'll just do a really kind of scratchy lines around it to really highlight it or kind of frame it. And personally, I do like this kind of messy, scratchy look, but you can be really neat and just outline it if you want to like that. But I kind of like it scratchy. It's just my style. And then really that is it. So I would just initial it. And if you decide you want to make some of these cards, I have these little printouts that you can print out. It's like, I don't know, 8 to a sheet or something. And then you can put them on the back and just glue it down, tape it down, however you want to do it. And has a place for you to put your name, you know. If I was going to name this tree or this series, I would put that. Or, you know, I could just put, I would probably just put August exchange or August trade or something. And then, you know, if you've got 1 of 10, you could put your number 4. And I would put email address or my website, something like that. Or you can just write it on the back, you know, with something. But you want them to be able to remember who gave it to them someday when they're looking at it later. Or if, you know, when we pass on, our kids will be going through our things and looking at it, and they'll be like, oh, look, that's something Mom did. I remember her doing that, you know, and they'll look through our little things, and hopefully they won't all wind up in the trash. But honestly, I don't think I'll care at that point. But you know, they'll keep some things, and it's just fun. But don't y'all agree that that's cuter than buying tags? And you see how quick and easy they are to make. They're not hard. Okay, the other thing I was going to show you is poking holes. I don't have my, let's just grab it. It's not far. I'm going to grab my puncher. If you have a crocodile or something, or maybe you've done leather work in the past, I've got one of those too, then you can just punch holes in it. And put through some wire. You know, Dollar Tree has wire. This, like I said, came from Hobby Lobby, and I like that it's kind of rustic looking because it's got the paper on the outside. So I would just put that through here if I was going to use it for a tag. So like the Christmas trees would be super cute tags for gifts. Then poke that through. Decide how, you know, long you want it to hang. And then again, find something to curl it around and just curl it. Like that. Hearts for Sue, guys. Let's do hearts for Sue. That'll help her algorithm. Okay, there we go. So that is what I would do if I wanted to hang this on a little package. or, you know, give it to somebody and they're going to hang it on their tree, you know. You can, in fact, I told everybody that will be my tree this year, is to put all the cards that I get this year on a tree and just have that be my Christmas tree. Isn't that the cutest? Now this is a little odd because it's fall colors, but I still like it, and these are going to be super cute as a little, I'm doing the pink one, as a little hang tag. So see, I just go in here and eyeball it. I don't do anything really perfectly. That's pretty much in. And then if I had a little pretty sari silk, that would be gorgeous. I'm looking to see what I have. Sari silk is not going to go through there, so I'm going to grab a wire, just a little thin wire from Dollar Tree will be the best thing for that, just because I'm using that small punch. Cute. I'd love to see your fabric scrap ones. Oh goodness, don't even ask me. I don't know where they are. A lot of my craft stuff is in the garage and I can't get to it. It's just, we've taken on so many things from kids that have moved, my mom when she passed away, that things are buried out there. It's another day's job. And buttons are always a fantastic thing to embellish with. I will show you these ones I've got. Look how cute. Just a cute little, this one is much more feminine. You know, it's sweet and feminine. My mom would have loved this one. And it would be cute to do as a little gift tag. You know, again, somebody's initial would be easy. And they would love to have it, and then they would just use it, you know. These I got at Hobby Lobby. They're $9.99, but they were on sale, so wait till things go on sale. I would never pay full price, but it's got a huge assortment of all kinds, and I pulled out, I've still got some more over here, pulled out all these little cute ones that would go with all of these. See? And of course on our tree we could even use one if we wanted to. I would probably find a neutral like that, or maybe the gold. What do y'all think? Do y'all like something on there? Let me just try a few things and see what we have. That's a cute little flower that was in that container, but I don't think I love that for that. These are just ones I pulled out, so y'all let me know if you see one that looks best. I don't know, there's a million in here. There's so many, and all different colors. That's why I loved it. The paper I used for the fall one is this. This is Heirloom Harvest, and I'm almost positive I got it at Michael's. Let me show y'all how pretty. So I couldn't put a link to this because I'm almost 100% positive I got it at Michael's. Isn't that pretty? Just so many different ones. Look at that. That's my favorite page. It's so pretty. Lots of neutrals and all the colors. You like the neutral one? So this one, I think that's cute. I'm gonna go ahead and put it. You know, I've also got stars. Let me see if I've got a star handy, because I think a star would be cute too. I think I saw a star in my little, yep. It's a little large, but let's just see. Do y'all like the star or the button better? There's the star. Star or button? Yeah, the gold highlights are pretty. Yes, cardstock Mary. Yep. But listen, use whatever. So keep your junk mail if it has pretty colors, magazines, if somebody gives you a stack of magazines, pull out all the pages that have color on them and you can use those. It does not have to be store-bought scrapbook paper, You can even ask in your neighborhood. Oh, I just put the button and y'all are saying star. I don't know what made me do that. Just habit, I guess. I knew y'all said star and I just grabbed the button. Hold, please. Pivot. I'm going to have it coming up off that little page. That's cute. Cute, cute, guys. That's that. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. And again, thank you so much for being here to help Sue. I know she greatly appreciates it. If you want to trade an ATC card with me, an artist trading card, I would love it. You just check out my page. Everything's on my website, which is artgracepaint.com. And I would love to trade with you. But otherwise, you just make whatever you want to with these snippet rolls. And I just thought this would be so cute, and it turned out so cute with having all the pinks, for Christmas. So I'd love to see what you do. So if you make some, put them in my group, which is called Art and Craft Showcase. It's just a free group. You can put whatever you're up to. So start posting your pictures in there and let everybody see, because it really inspires other people. Oh, goodness. Nobody has to thank me. But yes, we want to just... all the prayers for Sue and even for Sheila for all her work and effort for this. I appreciate her doing it. So thank y'all for being here and obviously sprinkling and all the things. And I hope that you'll come again tomorrow and support. I'm not sure who is tomorrow. I'm going to see if Sheila put it by chance. I don't see it. So there will be a post though. So just be watching for that. But it doesn't matter who it is. We're going to support them anyway, regardless. So just like you did me. Thank you guys. Hope y'all have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.